Hi, Vince.
Good morning, Melissa. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
That a girl. Bob
Good.
McCarthy, good morning. Angie Bryan, good morning.
Morning, Vince.
Hello, Daryl. Barbara Givergay, good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Hi, Susan.
Hey, good morning.
Hi.
Hey, Big D. Hey, Big D. Jackie L. Hattie, Miriam, good morning. Hey guys, it's 8 o'clock. Yeah, I love to see that coffee cup sitting out there on the deck. That's a beautiful thing. So I'm not sitting on the deck, but I do have my coffee cup. I do have my water, and I do have my pre-workout because when I get done here, I got to think 25 to 30 mile bike ride I'm going to hit first thing, like 9:15 this morning. So I'm kind of getting myself prepared. I have my one little piece of toast with peanut butter on it. That should take me through the ride. So we'll see. How's everybody doing this morning? Everybody doing good?
Great.
So let's kind of go over the week real quick. I'm going to ask one question. You can type it into the chat, or you can just say it. Just get on speaker. It doesn't make a difference. What did you do this week productively? What did you do this week productively? And you can type it in. You can just say it. Anybody, come on. This is participation before I get into going into what I got to go into.
Well, productively, I wrote my newsletter that I'm going to be sending out that
Good.
Barb and Steph get, but they will be coming out. So I did do
That's
that.
good. Hey, somebody else.
A lot of client service work.
Good. So you did work. Work, right?
I organized our library in our house.
That's good. That's
And
good.
I ordered some water toys. Ordered a couple paddle boards.
So I'm seeing Ford, Home Depot runs, workouts, home routine. Okay, good. Let's see, Bob. Assembled a boat and trailer. Jim, longest ride. Nice. Angie, fixing sprinklers. Lord. Yeah, I get that. Believe me. Karen Terry coming aboard. Good morning, Karen Terry.
Morning, Vince. I went to the gym.
I know that. I saw that. You took the dogs by and put them in front of the window. I like that. That was beautiful.
That's one part of the adventures of Bogart and Cooper that I'm doing every day.
I see it on Facebook. I love it. It's awesome. So how's everybody doing mentally right now? Because what I'm going to talk about today is going to kind of help you with that a little bit. Okay. So just a little quick, how's everybody doing mentally, beside the fact that you're fed up staying at home?
Remarkably well.
Daryl, talk to me.
Yeah, I feel great. I don't know. I think we're over the initial shock of the whole thing, and now those of us that are, managing, I think we're kind of finding the best case scenario in this thing,
Okay. Are you finding out, Daryl, that you're doing things a little bit differently and learning some new ways, maybe, of living?
Yeah, definitely. I think we're adapting as much as we can, and I think that's the best. I think that's a goal, adapt. And as you said a couple of weeks ago, we did a massive pivot, and we won't always get a chance to do that maybe in our lives to this extent.
Well, and being able to teach the kids how to do that, because they will probably get a chance in their lives to do it again. Somewhere down the road, it seems like we, for us, In the older generations, we've lived through a few of these now, and our kids are living through their probably really most of them only remember this as their first one. So as much as we don't want this to have to happen in any capacity, it's going to happen. And you know, it's funny. My daughter had a college assignment due, and one of her things was to interview family members about the COVID. And one of the questions she asked me is, "Were you prepared?" And my answer to her was, not only no, but hell no. I wasn't prepared for. I've never been through, nor have probably any of us been through, a complete total shutdown. And so I don't think you know, not being prepared for something like that is eye-opening. And I know this is going to sound crazy, and somebody told me this week that I was, but it's actually exciting for me. It was exciting for me. I find God, I don't want to, the wrong word. I'm sorry, I won't use it. It's just exciting. It's like how can you, let me see, Vince, how can you perform under pressure? How do you perform now? Now let's see how good you are. And I find that exciting. I don't find it scary. You know, everybody says they're scared and they're nervous. And I'm not scared or nervous. I mean, why would I be? It is what it is. You know, it's kind of like asking people, do you fear death? I don't. I know it sounds crazy, but I don't. Because here's what I know. I know I'm going to die. Okay? I don't fear that. I don't fear where I'm going to go. So I don't fear that. So what the hell can this do to me? You know, somebody said to me the other day, well, now you have to go through round 2 of this PPP because you didn't get your first one. Okay? It's funny. I tell this story because when I signed my professional contract to play football, I paid off my parents' bills. And my agent at the time, Harvey Lacan, said to me, when I handed him the list of bills, and he looks at me, he goes, "What the hell is this?" He says, "My parents' bills." He says, "Well, what do you want me to do?" I said, "Pay them." And he said to me, "You realize if I pay this, you're not going to have a whole lot of money left over." And I said to him, "I didn't have any money before I signed this contract. What would be any different?" So with the bank, right? I didn't get the PPP. Okay, so what? Woe was me, right? I don't think so. Okay, woe is not me. It's like I didn't have the money before all of this. So why am I going to cry about it now? It is what it is. Remember a week ago I talked about the event. No, that's an event. Well, now how do I respond to it? Well, I reapply and see what happens. Okay. So it's kind of where I want to go with today. So if you're not muted yet, folks, please mute. Okay. Everybody just hit that little mute button in the left-hand corner there, please. And then I'm going to dive in a little deeper today, a little more than I did last week I'm going to go a little higher level with nutrition. And today we're going to be talking about some reasons why we need to eat, sleep, and hydrate healthy. And I'm going to hit you with some facts today. Came out of some Bloomberg reports and some other different things that kind of, it should hit home to you when you're going to reach for the BS that you reach for. Okay. And I call it BS because, you know, by God, folks, I mean, I've done the talks on, are we fueling ourselves or fooling ourselves? In which we talked about, you know, eating should not be an emotional type of practice. You know, I've talked about keeping it real, following the fad diets, but those are good things to know on a low level, about changing your environment. you know, and when we talk about changing environment, we talk about instead of having candies, cookies, and cakes in the house, and again, those are all hypotheticals, replace those with more of your fruits, nuts, vegetables, and things like that. That doesn't mean you can't live life. You just have to decide on the event how you want to live life. Okay. So before we get started on that topic, we have this week coming up, we've decided as a team to try to heighten things and make things a little bit more fun for you guys. It's not always, I don't always want it to be about the workout. I don't always want it to be about, you know, the food. I don't want to, so, you know, the big thing we've tried to do is keep our community very tight. I think that connection is so important to all of us. So Caitlin, I think you are on, yeah? Caitlin?
Hi.
Hey. So Caitlin's going to give you guys just a quick little overview of what we have planned for the coming weeks. And guys, I say coming weeks. And let me tell you why I say that. We know and we hear and we see reports that say, hey, we're going to be coming out of this maybe the end of May, end of April, beginning of May, mid-May. Again, don't get fooled. Don't put a time frame on this. If you do, you're going to be disappointed. Don't put a time frame on this. Okay? Stay the course. Stay with what you've been doing. We're going to take it up another level from our end, okay? But do not put a time frame on this. All right? You know our governor. You know how strict he's going to be with this. Okay? So don't get fooled into going, hey, May 1st, you know, we're going to go eat at that restaurant. Okay? I do want you guys to know that we do have a plan here. And please share it with everybody that you talk with. You guys will be very safe because I know people are going to be cautious when this is all over, as we all should be. But we will be unveiling the plan to you of how we will safely come back into the gym. Okay? From literally signing up for your class time online. You don't even have to touch the keypad when you come in. To we will be taking your temperatures. Our thermometers came in. Okay. To having workouts designed part inside, part outside, because guess what? It's beautiful outside now. Okay. And modifications for everybody. We will have cleaning material for you to spray and wipe down with after each use. That means if you move from the rack to a kettlebell, that rack will be sanitized. When you move from the kettlebell to the outside, that kettlebell will be sanitized. And then we will also have routine spraying going on here at the facility. Wherein the gentleman will come in at night with his suit on and he'll spray everything down. So, and that's just in its simplicity. We have a whole plan put together so you guys don't have to be fearful of coming back and working out. Folks, don't make this thing change your life completely. I'm not going to do it. And this may sound stupid and may sound reckless to some people, but I'm outside riding. I'm not wearing a freaking mask. I'm not doing it. Okay? I didn't before. And it was here. It was here, folks. It was here well in December. And I'm not doing it now. I'm very careful. I wipe everything down. I have some special wipes. Gabe's hooked us up with a great company. But folks, I'm not running scared. Not at all. Not doing it. But I am cautious. So enough said about that. So don't put a timetable on it. So without putting a timetable on it, we thought to ourselves, well, what else can we do as a team here to give and provide to you guys even more fun? So Caitlin we sat down as a team on Wednesday. We came up with some ideas, and Caitlin's going to share it with everybody. Now, guys, when she throws this out at you guys, we'll get it out in an email to you. We want your families to participate as well. It's not just for you. Okay, so Caitlin, take it away for a bit.
Hi guys. So yeah, we were kind of talking throughout the week, and the coaches came up with some really good ideas to keep that community aspect strong. You know, I know we're all in our separate homes, but we still want to provide you guys with that community and that togetherness that MHOP is really focused on. So with that being said, we've come up with some, you know, weekly activities for you guys and even daily activities that you can do. So for example, like a tea time or coffee time with Coach Roberto, and I'm sure all the other coaches will join in on Mondays and Fridays. So getting that, you know, aspect, picking a topic and just grabbing your cup of coffee and sitting down and having a chat with everyone over Zoom. Doing that, a scavenger hunt throughout the week that you guys can be involved in, your kids can be involved in. We even have, you know, maybe even a dance challenge coming on. TikTok is a big craze going with the kids. So having your kids teach you how to do a music video, a TikTok video. So that will be a weekly thing. And we'll also have a, you know, meal prep, like Vince is going to say, talking about nutrition. So a class or a Zoom meeting where we all kind of are in our separate kitchens, but we're hitting that meal prep together on a Sunday night and really kind of holding each other accountable so that we're prepared for the week. So those are some things that we have going on right now. And like Vince said, we'll be pushing it out in an email so you have the set schedule for what's going on.
Thanks, Caitlin.
Yeah.
So guys, we really want you to participate. Okay. And if nothing else, just to make each other laugh, something completely different. You know what? Step outside of your box a little bit. Just step outside of your box a little bit. It's a good thing. It's a really good thing. So hopefully you guys will get that out to the folks you're talking to. Hopefully you will get out to the folks that we definitely have a plan of return. And a safe plan at that. So let's move in a little bit now to today's topic, which is different reasons to eat healthy and sleep healthy and hydrate healthy. So let's just start on the hydration. A lot of times you're at home now, you forget the hydration. Okay. So what does hydrating do? Okay. Well, people just think, well, it volumizes the cell, the muscle cell. Well, yeah, it does. Okay. But did you know it is a lubricant for your joints? It's a conductor. It makes everything else in the body do what it's supposed to do. It's a solvent. It breaks things down. It's a transporter. Okay. So remember, folks, you can live without food for a period of time, but you can't live without water for that same period of time. It just can't be done. So if you're not taking care of anything, take care of your water. Take care of your water. Okay. We've talked about the macronutrients. We talked about carbs for energy. We talked about protein. Right now, protein, folks, if you're really exercising, you're really being very active, protein's your big key. If you want to talk about muscle tissue repair, okay, especially a lot of people are out there now running more, okay? We should be combining the strength work with the running, but if you're running more, you definitely want to make sure your calorie count is correct. I'm still hearing a lot of excuses from people on their food, on their prep, on their reasons why they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And I hear it on both ends. I hear it from the food end, and I really hear it on the exercise end. And I'm not buying any part of the exercise end of it. All you're telling me is you just don't want to do it. Plain and simple. Because don't think for 1 minute I'm going to sit back where I'm at and when I'm talking to you and you give me all these reasons. It comes down to one. You didn't plan your time. You didn't want to do it. And then when you did do it, some of you all are doing it half-heartedly, but at least you're doing something. I'm going to give you that. At least you're doing something. Okay, so I'm going to be a little hard here today too, because I got to shake you a little bit and go, come on, man. Well, you think I'm going to fall for that? You must be crazy. You must be crazy. So I think I'm going to go back. I'm going to start with sleep next. So I talked about the macros. I talked about proteins. I talked about carbs. I talked about fats, right? So fats are what? I call them the three bigs. What do? Cell membrane repair, right? They help to repair the muscle tissue as well. Blood sugar stabilization, that's huge. And then the last one I think that most people forget is the cognitive thought process, that focus, okay? When I talk about vegetables, I'm talking about the array of color of vegetables, guys. You know, some people are into this, well, I can't have that vegetable at night or whatever. Whatever, figure out when you can have them, okay? But get your colors in. So when I talk about colors, I'm talking about green. I'm talking about the different colors of what those colors do in your body. So green is muscle repair. Purple is circulation. Red is heart. White is immune systems. Orange is skin, hair, and nails. Right? So you'll hear me say a lot where it comes to nutrition about eating the rainbow. Make sure half your plate looks like that. If you're going to have pizza, great. Have a salad beforehand. Okay? Don't eat just one color vegetable. Everybody's, well, too much sugar. Too much sugar. You should have worried about that in the cookies, cakes, and candies. Don't worry about it in your vegetables. Okay? So that's just a little bit on your macros. And again, make sure you take care of your micros as well. Okay, guys, do you need extra supplementation out of your vitamins? Maybe. I don't know. Your doctor will be able to help you with that. So that's just kind of a highlight of that stuff. But let's talk about sleep for a second. I talked about it Wednesday, kind of glanced over it a little bit, but sleep deprivation, it causes changes in the hormonal systems. We know this. And the hormones that regulate hunger and appetite, right? So we know that the hormone leptin does what? We talked about it on Wednesday. That suppresses your appetite, right? And encourages the body to expend more energy. But you're going to say, well, if it makes me expend more energy, then I have to eat more. Yeah, maybe in some cases that's true. But sleep deprivation reduces the release of that leptin. So there's a study, and they didn't note it, but I will get it for you, that 5 hours or less a night over the course of a week will make you gain a pretty good amount of weight, anywhere from 1 to 2 pounds minimum. So a lack of sleep makes you more likely to do what? Eat more. Eat more of your overall calories. Guess when you're going to eat more? At night. Remember, this is a really simple way to remember this. The longer you're up, the more energy your body needs, and the more you're going to eat later in the day to get that energy. Pretty simple. It's pretty simple. Okay, so the more of your overall calories at night that you eat, it's definitely going to lead to weight gain. Poor sleep, guys, remember, isn't the only factor. in weight gain. What are some other factors? Try your genetics. Try your genetics. How about the two big ones that always come up first when you Google it? And I hate the word diet, but that's how experts put it. I like to say fuel plan and your exercise habits. So for all of you giving me the excuses, well, I ate really good, but yeah, I haven't got my workout in yet. That just sounds so passive. I don't like that word either, passive. Your stress levels, health conditions. But the evidence is overwhelming, folks. Evidence is overwhelming. When sleep goes down, your weight goes up. Sleep goes down, your weight goes up. Lacking sleep, you experience multiple changes to your body that can lead to your weight gain, right? So the sleep deprivation causes the leptin to go down, right? What's the other hormone? Do you guys know what it is? I talked about it on Wednesday. What's the other hormone that regulates and triggers hunger? Anybody? Anybody remember Wednesday's chat?
Is it Grenlin or Greenland?
Ghrelin, right. And I don't know if I ever say that right. I think I have 400 different names for the way I say different things. It triggers feelings of hunger. So if your leptin's down, your ghrelin's up. And guess when that happens? When you're short on sleep. When you're short on sleep. So think about these combinations. If you are up all day, you know the leptin's down, you know your ghrelin's up, you know you're eating more at night, and then you try to go to sleep with all that food on your stomach. Do you think you're going to sleep well? Not going to happen. If you're eating your dinner at 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night, chances of you sleeping well are slim to none, and Slim just left town. Slim to none, and Slim just left town. So what else does nutrition do to improve what? Your well-being, your overall well-being. Here's what we know. We know poor nutrition reduces what? Physical and mental health. Physical and mental health. Barb, you're right. Barb, you're absolutely right. You will dream crazy dreams. Your mind will go all over the place. There's that hormonal thing happening, right? And I'm not a dream expert, so I don't know how that all happens, but you are absolutely right. Okay? But eating poorly reduces your physical and mental health. Because when you eat healthy, it allows you to do what? Be more active. Think about eating a crappy meal and then trying to go out and exercise. How good do you think that is going to go? That's why I said today I had one piece of peanut butter toast. That'll take me through my ride. When I get home, that's when I'll eat probably an apple. I'll probably have some eggs, and I might have some sausage. Get those fats in me. Okay? So take this one down. 2/3 of people who eat fresh fruit and vegetables daily report through the Medical Health Foundation, and look it up, less physical and mental health issues. And folks, mental health is very real. Mental health is very real. Gabe and I were in LA last summer, and boy, we saw it on the street corners firsthand. Okay, I saw it in the prison systems, but it's very real. So if you compare this to people who have physical or mental health problems, and have those people have reported not eating very healthy. So feelings of well-being can be protected by what? Ensuring of everything I just talked about, ensuring that you're getting the essential fats, complex carbohydrates, vitamins and minerals, and protein intake, folks. Lean protein intake. Okay. Again, I'm going to go back to, I love the 80-20 rule. I love the 80-20 rule because we still want to live our lives and have fun, guys. I'm not trying to make this a Debbie Downer, right? We still want to make this fun. And the way we make it fun is Friday night. Last night I had pizza. Had a salad, but had pizza. I'm cool. Today, I don't eat all it. I don't eat it. Okay. It's also, you're out of your normal routines. You're out of your normal routine. So this is a great time to start some good routines. I love this one. Vince, the way you're asking me to eat, I spend a ton of money. Do you realize you spend more money on the junk than you do on healthy foods? It's expensive, folks, to be unhealthy. 2/3 of the American adults, 2/3 are overweight and obese. 2/3, folks. And this is real, so go look it up. According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, a healthier, they use that D word, I hate the D word, could prevent at least 71 billion per year in medical cost and lost lives. So for those of you in the health field who think it's never going to happen to you, I always say, remember what I always tell people, why would you wait for a doctor to tell you you need to do something before you do it? A healthier diet could prevent at least 71 billion per year in medical costs and lost lives. That number is probably underestimated, folks, because it's only accounting for diet-related coronary heart diseases, strokes, cancer, and diabetes. So that number is probably underestimated. It doesn't include other diet-related illnesses. Here's a great fact for you. And those of you in the healthcare field probably know this. 75% of healthcare dollars are spent on treating preventable diseases. Preventable how? Nutrition, exercise, and stress reduction. So it is expensive to be unhealthy. It is expensive, folks, to be unhealthy. Good nutrition helps you do what? Manage your healthy weight. As I mentioned, 2/3, folks, of the adults are overweight and obese. 2/3. 2/3, right? That's a big number. That's a big number. How about it maintains your immune system? Maintains your immune system. Delays the effects of aging. It delays the effects of aging. Here's a good one. You guys will love this one. Reduces the risk of chronic disease. Oh my God. We're in the middle of a pandemic. So out of New York State alone, folks, New York State alone, and trust me, every state's tracking their people. People who died from COVID-19 found that almost 90% had other health conditions. You know what those other health conditions were? High blood pressure. That was found in 56% of the people. Diabetes. High cholesterol. And heart disease. Why? Why would those numbers, and why? So there's a great report out, and I'll share it with you guys, but there's a study done on this, on the virus, and you know, they're slowly, day by day, hopefully getting closer to the answer. But there's 3 stages of this, right? We know there's asymptomatic stage where people show no symptoms. There's the second part where people have symptoms, but it's more like the common cold or flu, right? And then there's the third one where people are on ventilators in intensive care and fighting for their lives. Well, those are the people I just mentioned to you, right? High blood pressure. And guys, you don't have to be in an obese state to have high blood pressure. Okay, diabetes, high cholesterol, heart disease, respiratory type issues. But why? Why those people? Why obesity? What happens inside the body? Let's face it, you're in an inflammatory state. Constantly. You're in an inflamed state. Well, how do you get out of the inflamed state? Start taking the precautions to do that on a daily basis. And folks, it's not hard. It's not hard. Most things in our lives, we complicate ourselves, and we complicate it from here. That mindset I keep talking to you guys about. It's that mindset. And I'm going to go back to what I talked about a little bit on Wednesday. Okay. Here we go. Ready? Oh, I'm bored. Oh, I'm sad. Vince, we were just watching TV and I ate a half a tray of brownies. Sleep deprivation. Emotional, folks, emotional. You know it, you feel it, but yet, what do you do about it? So if that last statistic that I just gave you, and the one before that about it's expensive to be unhealthy. I don't want to hear about how expensive it is to go buy good food. You're probably spending double of that on buying the bad food. And then the other part of that is, yeah, we're giving it to our kids. So where does the cycle break? Where does the cycle break? So if you want to increase your focus, food has an impact on the way you think. Why? Think of your glucose levels. When the glucose is low, the brain is not receiving the energy it needs to remain focused. So how do you prevent that? Diets high in fat and cholesterol can seriously damage the brain. By building up what in the brain, folks? Anybody got that answer? One word, plaque. Plaque. Again, you hear me keep asking the question. So how do you prevent that? when plaque builds in the brain vessels, it damages the brain tissue that causes what? Stroke. So how do you prevent that? That's the third time I've asked it in this one little paragraph. Eat fruits, vegetables throughout the day. Helps keep the mind healthy and engaged. Pretty simple, guys. Pretty simple, because I can tell you right now, I'm sitting here talking in front of a smart group, a classy group, a group of professionals, but a group of professionals that lack sleep. It lacks your well-being when you don't follow good nutrition, when you don't follow good sleep. It's expensive to be unhealthy. When you don't, you can't manage your healthy weight. You can't maintain a good immune system. You're inflamed. You just can't do it. You won't delay the effects of aging. How many of you, think about this, how many of you have been back to a college or high school? Of course, not recently. How many of you been back to a reunion? And you came back home and went, oh my God, did you see Larry? Oh, I can't believe how old he looks. Did you see Sally? Or did they go home and say that about us? We have a way of treating that. How many of you now have the pathologies that I talked about and are still refusing to do something about it? And here's the deal, guys. Well, I'm exercising. Okay, that's great. It is. It's spectacular. I'm Vince. I'm following my food until Wednesday. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I always tell people this, right? 80-20 rule. So Friday night's pizza. Saturday night can't be the crab feed. And Sunday certainly can't be Aunt Betsy's birthday party. That's not 80-20 anymore, folks. That's not 80-20 anymore. Okay? So when you really look at the staggering figures, that a healthier food plan could prevent $71 billion per year. 71 billion, folks, in medical costs and loss of lives. You didn't need a doctor to tell you that. Yet doctors will be the first one to tell you that. Doctors are the ones that people listen to the most, and doctors are some of the most unhealthy people. Because they fall into the same trap. They work all kinds of countless hours. They're sleep deprived in a lot of cases. When they do have an opportunity to go out, they just go crazy and order and do and drink and blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying all of them. I'm not saying all of them. But why do you wait for a doctor to tell you that when you have a strength coach telling you that? Okay, folks, let's talk about plant-based a little bit, just real quick. And to me, it really doesn't make a difference what you choose to follow, okay? The thing I like to say on plant-based stuff is I can show you a meal with a steak that has 34 grams of protein, and I can show you a salad that has 33 grams of protein. Okay, sometimes you just have to eat more of the other stuff. I will caution and ask you to read up on soy type products, and what it can do in the body. And again, folks, when I'm talking about plant-based stuff, or I'm talking about nutrition stuff, first disclaimer I'll tell you is anything I mention, if you're allergic to anything or have any allergies, please don't eat it. Number two, make sure you get a good test done, blood testing done on your body to see what your body can accept and what it can't, because even some of the good stuff might inflame you. But there's some great literature out on soy that you definitely want to read about and then make your decisions. And I'll just leave that there. I'll let you research it. I think it's good to research it. But it's like anything else, everything in moderation, right? That's what I think we really have to pay attention to. And not everybody's food plan is the same. So take that out of the question too. You got to tailor something that works toward you. That's really, really important. So I'm always going to encourage fruits and vegetables, unless I have a short period of time with somebody to accomplish something, and then I'm going to tweak even those as well. Okay. If I have somebody getting ready for a competition of sorts, and I know we have a period of time that we have to get weight down, there's certain things I'll manipulate. But on a general rule, everybody should be having their fruits and vegetables in their food plans and their lean proteins. I'm looking at the chats a little bit, and stand-up desks are unbelievable. Yes. Okay. I'm seeing some emotional things there, which we can control those things, folks. We can control our emotions. We know the triggers. We know what gets us there, and we have to say, okay, pull your head out of your canister and let's get this thing done. Right? Easier said than done. We all go through it. Right? Meal prepping. Guys, in the past couple of days, the conversations that I had are on meal preps, but it's not just about the meal prep. Understand what you're going to the store for. So make a clean list. Okay, just don't walk into the store aimlessly and go, oh, what was I supposed to get again? And then all of a sudden you're walking out with an array of stuff that you got home and you looked at your list and, oh yeah, that wasn't even on there. Okay, so your prep starts with understanding the day you're going to shop, what you're going to shop for. Okay, then you buy it, you bring it home, and you prep it. The other thing I heard too that this week was relayed to me was the writing stuff down or using the app, keeping you accountable. Whatever it takes to keep you accountable, to keep you focused, to keep you achieving the goals you're trying to achieve, well, that's what you use. And there, like I said before, a lot of people like the MyFitnessPal, and sometimes it's a pain in the neck, but it's a reality check. It's a reality check. Oh my God, I didn't realize I was eating that much sugar in a day. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize I was taking in 80 grams, 90 grams of fat when I really should have only been taking in 25 to 35. Okay. So yeah, prepping and tracking are huge. And I've talked about that before. I've already talked about tofu. Okay. I'm not, again, just read up on tofu. 7 hours of sleep, perfect. 7 hours of sleep is great. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I am one, especially when I'm in the routine, I really have to work on that. I'm probably a 6 hour a day guy at best. So I tell people all the time, if there's an area I need to get better, that's definitely one of them. Well, Barbara, you're absolutely right. Barb's got a great fact. Western medicine doctors get less than 8 hours of nutrition training. But here's what they know in their training. It's in that 8 hours, they're told people will be healthier if they eat right, sleep right, and exercise. Barb, am I right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Doesn't take me a doctor to figure that one out. Didn't take a doctor to figure that one out. Right. So folks, to kind of wrap it up a little bit, I wanted to go at a little higher level and give you some facts of the amount of money, the already existing diseases that we are falling into the trap. So when you get off this today, and next week I'll revisit this with you, the one game I want to play is, what did you do this coming week, not day, and we can take it incrementally. What did you do this coming week for your nutrition and your sleep that was better than what you did this past week? What changes did you make? That's going to be the game I want to play this week with you guys. Okay? That means coaches included. What changes did you make this week that you didn't do last week? So there's the first challenge. First challenge. Okay? That means in your family as well, not just for you. So last week for me, it was minimal sugar. Minimal sugar. This week coming up, it will be no sugar. That'll be my change. So I'm challenging you now, everybody on this line, I'm challenging you for you to do it, have a family member do it, and a friend who you contact on the phone to do it. And then text me, please, during the week. Now, for those of you who don't know, I have a list of everybody on this call. So I will be expecting a text message. You all have my number of what it is. And it doesn't have to be tonight or tomorrow. It doesn't have to be Monday or Tuesday, but it has to be sometime during the week that I hear from you. It's not like y'all are busy. Okay? That you can't shoot a text. The other thing, now the coaches are doing a lot to try to have some fun with you guys. Please participate. It's the only way we keep that connection and we have some fun. Okay? By now, y'all got to be getting tired of your family members in some way, shape, or form. I think in my interview, or Isabella's interview with Kathleen, because she had an interview with Kathleen as well, I think she said the biggest change of everybody being home is she hasn't killed me yet. And I said to her, when I heard that, I was like, babe, come on. I'm hardly ever in the house. A lot of times I'm outside the house. I can't tell you how many projects that I've been doing, trying to work and do other different things. Okay. And the things going on at the house have been crazy, but I'm not inside the house. She says, yeah, but when you are. I just have to laugh. So again, folks, this coming week, challenge yourself. There's the first challenge. Coaches, you heard it. That's the first challenge. Okay. You, family member, and a friend. So I want you to tell me what you did. I want you to tell me the family member that you have challenged, and I want you to tell me the friend you talked to. Okay? That's the first challenge this week. And I need to hear from everybody. If I don't hear from you, oh, you get my nasty gram, and that's never any fun. Thank you for the thumbs up, Barbara. Does anybody have any questions for me? We've got 8:54. If I can answer them, I will. Gabe's on the line. Hey, Gabe, I did try. Gabe, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, I tried to reach out to Justin last night. I hadn't heard anything. Do you want to just give a little quick overview of what you've been doing with Justin? Because we have a lot of people who right now they're home, but when they go back to work, they find it hard to have meals ready to go and prep. So do you want to just give a real quick just shout out for Justin, and I'll try to get him on maybe next week.
Yeah, Justin is He's the sales manager of a company called ProTrain, and I'll post his website in the chat here if I can find it. But basically, it's a meal prep service, and they're located off of Madison and Manzanita, and they offer meal prep service, and everything is fresh. Most of it is is locally locally grown, and I've tried a couple different meal services, and this is for me, I don't have a ton of time freedom. And when Vince talks about different excuses, like meal prep is a real deal for me. Like that takes a lot of time to get to do, and I don't always have the time. I have the time now to do it, but I don't always have the time when in a normal situation to prep for the whole week and for the whole family. So they have just a wide variety of options, and whatever it's they can tailor it to whatever your specific needs are. And so I've been thrilled with the service, and my delivery comes. You can get it twice a week. I get my deliveries on Monday, and my first class starts at the gym at Monday morning at 4:30, and before I leave the house, my meals for the week are on my porch. So if I got to be at the gym at 4:30, that thing is coming pretty early, and so not everybody has to get it that early in the morning. But shoot, I can't find it. I'll post it. I'll send it out in an email this week. But definitely, I'll try to reach out to Justin as well and see what his availability is like. But it's just an option. For me, again, if it's all about covering your blind spots, and so if food is a blind spot, then boom, that's covered. If that's your missing link, then you should be covered.
Thanks, Gabe. Hey, guys, too, if you didn't see Gabe's message yesterday on Facebook or Instagram, I'm going to encourage you to listen to it. It's not just about what I want when you listen to it. I don't want you just to listen to it about the kids today. I want you to listen to it about ourselves. There's a message in there for you. Okay? And it stings. It's going to sting some of you. That's okay. Make you feel a little uncomfortable. It's going to make you a little pissed off, maybe. It's okay. It's okay. Because it's really a nudge for change. It's a nudge for you to think about where you're at today and where you want to be tomorrow. It's a nudge. Okay? And you're going to be saying, man, excuse my French here, grown-ass man or woman, man, who the hell is he to tell me that? I don't know, man. I took it pretty personal. But I'm okay, man. I'm somewhat like an alligator, man. I got thick skin and I bite hard. Doesn't hurt me. Doesn't hurt me to look inside myself and go, how can I be better? And there's a lot of ways, folks, I could be better. Now you go out this week and see how you can be better. Stop making the excuses. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear, oh, I still haven't done my workout. I don't want to hear it. All you told me was you didn't want to do your workout. All you told me. When you said you didn't do it, all you told me is you didn't want to do it. I don't want to hear that, oh, by God, it's different on the video. It's hard for me to motivate myself. I gave you 11 reasons why you need to be motivated. Everybody's worried about contracting COVID. Okay, well, do something about not contracting it. All you did was let the media and the government infest your life and scare the shit out of you. Excuse my French. I ain't scared. I'm going on my bike ride today. I'm not scared. I'm probably more scared of a car hitting me than I am of that friggin' virus. Am I going to get it? Yeah, probably. Probably. Did I have it? Maybe. I always get a hell of a cold somewhere in November, and I had a hell of a cold. But all of a sudden, you put a name to something, and everybody's running like jackrabbits. You know how many years I saw that from the government? 30, 30 years. In every way, shape, and form. And guys, I'm not saying the virus isn't the virus. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I'm not running from it. There's no cure for cancer. Is there? I haven't seen it yet. Is there a cure for cancer? Is there a vaccine for it? I don't see people running from it. I don't know. I guess I have just a different take, guys. I learned a long time ago in the government, you don't have to play the political game, but you have to be politically aware. That's how you survive. That's how you survive. If you run scared, you'll always run scared and you'll be picked on. I'm not running scared. And I'm going to encourage you, be cautious, but live your life to the fullest. Live your life to the fullest as you can. Miriam, bravo to you. Getting out, taking those dogs, paying attention to the rules and regulations, but doing your thing, girl. Love you to death for it. And guys, I love every one of you guys. I mean that wholeheartedly. So if you don't have any questions for me, or if you do, I'll be on the line for a minute. I want you guys to all go out and do something today. Don't stay indoors. It's going to be beautiful out there, man. Go do something. Get your exercise in. Okay? Spend some more time with the family. Leave the weapons. Just go have some fun. Go have some fun. Put all this out. Don't think about, maybe Monday, maybe Wednesday. It'll be over when it's going to be over. And guess what? Oh yeah, it's going to be over. It's going to be over. Okay? Go do your thing. Okay? Think about how you're going to take care of a better nutrition plan this week. And I got to hear from you on the 3 things. What you did, right? The person in your home, family member, and the friend you touch base with. Make it a great weekend, guys. I love you all. I'll see everybody Wednesday, Facebook Live at 2. And if you don't, you'll get it then. And I'll see you next Saturday here. Thanks, guys. Go get them. I'll be on the line for a minute if anybody has a question. Thanks, Melissa. Barb, thank you. Go get that Zoom class in, guys. Support your coaches. Go get them, man. Thank you all. Daryl, take care, brother. Go have some fun, man. Shannon, make it a great day. Jim Lyons, man, take care of yourself. Karen, Terry, love you. Angie Bryan, go knock it in the park today, girl. Anybody, any question? Angie, any question? Ms. Angie?